Hi, I'm Eddie. Today I'm going to explain what the types of muscles are and how it works. Now, what do you think of when someone mentions the term muscle? You might think of someone strong like the bodybuilders in your local gym, or you might think of the Greek god statue you see in your Sejarah textbook. Now, those are skeletal muscles. There are two other muscles in our body, which are smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. But what exactly is muscle? Muscle is a band or bundle of fibrous tissue in a human body that has the ability to contract. And the main function of a skeletal muscle is producing movement. First and foremost, let us first start from the skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles are the most commonly found muscle in our body. And in fact, skeletal muscles comprises about 35% of our body weight. Skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles, meaning that skeletal muscles are voluntarily controlled by us via our somatic nervous system, aka voluntary nervous system, such as extending our hand or moving our limbs. Skeletal muscles connect to bones via tendon, a connective tissue attaching the muscle to a bone, and allow you to perform a wide range of motion and function, just like I have mentioned before. And when the central nervous system sends an electrical signal to a motor neuron, the muscle fibers which are stimulated by the motor neuron contracts. Contraction of the muscle which is attached to the bones via tendon causes the bones to move, and this perfectly explains how muscles create movement in joints. Another type of muscles that can be found in our human body is cardiac muscles, which is also known as myocardium. Cardiac muscles is a specialized form of muscles in our heart evolved to continuously and repeatedly contract. Its role is to provide circulation of blood that contains oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. So if it stops contracting, it ultimately means your death, right? And because of this, cardiac muscles has an abundant amount of mitochondria because it needs to be resistant to fatigue. Cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles, meaning that we can't control our heartbeat, and our heartbeat is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. The last type of muscles that we're going to discuss today is smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is a type of muscle tissue which is used by various systems to apply pressure to vessels and organs. Smooth muscle is found in the walls of internal organs such as stomach, intestines, blood vessels, and the bladder. It controls involuntary movements such as the contractions of blood vessels, the movement of food through the digestive system, which is also known as peristalsis, and the regulation of airways in our lungs. However, our main topic today is to discuss about skeletal muscles, or more specifically, the types of skeletal muscles that exist in our body. Skeletal muscles in our body can be differentiated into three types, which is type 1, 2A, and 2B. Classifications of skeletal muscles typically includes type 1, which is known as slow twitch muscle fibers, and type 2, which is known as fast twitch muscle fibers. Type 2 fibers are further subdivided into type 2A and 2B, so A and B, and it is differentiated based on their characteristics. Skeletal muscles contain different types of fibers that serve various functions. Type 1 muscle fibers, or slow twitch fibers, are primarily found in muscles responsible for endurance and sustained activities, such as the postural muscles of the back and neck. These fibers are characterized by high mitochondrial density, rich capillary supply, high myoglobin content, and resistance to fatigue, making them the ideal muscle fibers for prolonged, low-intensity activities. Thus, they play a crucial role in maintaining posture, performing aerobic exercises, and other activities requiring sustained muscle contraction. These muscles are also majorly used in sports such as long-distance marathon. These muscles are also known as slow twitch oxidative muscles because fibers contract, quite slowly, and they uses aerobic respiration, which is oxygen and glucose to produce ATP. It is also important to take note that muscle fibers in our body are adaptable to changes. Different types of training can help the muscle fibers to adapt. Therefore, type 1 muscle fibers can be adapted by our body through endurance training. On the other hand, type 2 muscle fibers or fast twitch fibers are primarily found in muscles responsible for short bursts of power and strength, such as the bicep, triceps, quadriceps, and gastrocnemius. These fibers are designed for high intensity, short duration activities like sprinting, jumping, and heavy lifting. On the other hand, type 2 muscle fibers or fast twitch fibers are primarily found in muscles responsible for short bursts of power and strength, such as the bicep, tricep, quadricep, and gastrocnemius. These fibers are designed for high intensity, short duration activities like sprinting, jumping, and heavy lifting. Type 2 muscle fibers, found in muscles like the quadricep and hamstring, are also oxidative, meaning they can use oxygen to generate energy. But they have a faster contraction speed compared to type 1 fibers because they can handle both aerobic and anaerobic metabolism. They are involved in activities requiring both endurance and strength, such as sprinting and cycling. Thus, these muscles are typically used in middle distance exercises, like running 800 meters. These fibers are typically red to pink in color due to higher myoglobin content, and they have a moderate number of mitochondria for some endurance capability. They are also well equipped with blood vessels, though not as extensively as type 1 fibers. One of the best exercises to train type 2A muscle fibers is by using high intensity interval training. The short form goes as HIIT, HIIT, which has become quite popular these recent years. And it can help the muscle fibers to adapt to type 2A muscle fibers. Type 2B muscle fibers are glycolytic and rely primarily on anaerobic metabolism for energy production. Type 2 fibers have high glycogen stores and low mitochondrial density. That's why they fatigue quickly, making them the ideal muscle fibers for rapid and forceful contractions, but not for sustained activities. Type 2B muscle fibers are found in muscles that require explosive power and strength, such as those in the upper body, such as our biceps and triceps, and in the lower body, which is the gastrocnemius and quadriceps. These fibers are predominant in activities like sprinting, weightlifting, and high jumping. Type 2B muscle fibers fatigue quickly due to lactic acid buildup, and they are typically white due to low myoglobin content. They have a low number of mitochondria and fewer blood vessels compared to type 2A and type 1 fibers. One of the best exercises to train type 2B muscle fibers is plyometric, that involve rapid and powerful movements that engage the stretch and shortening cycle of the muscles. And this training can be typically seen in basketball and sprinters. Now, I believe that we have covered all the types of muscles in our body and the types of muscle fibers that exist in our body. And I hope you get, at least something from this video. And that's it from me. See ya.